we are all um, human beings, and we all have the right. We should all be. We should all expect fair treatment. We should all expect um, to be treated as a fellow human being. On the other side of that, we should always uh, strive towards treating our neighbor in the best possible manner, in a mutually beneficial and understanding, friendly manner, regardless of the color, regardless of their gender, their race, religion. It's identifying that we all have the uh, same spiritual opportunities and to grow, develop, and affect the lives around us. I am reminded back in 2012, in the summer, I had the opportunity to uh, go and visit the country of Slovakia. It was the former Czechoslovakia. And it was part of an official um, government, if you will, function. But it was my first opportunity visiting a foreign land. And uh, we had the opportunity a couple days in where they took me to um, a function. It was a state function, and it was actually an event. It was a like a cancer benefit thing, and they had you know very notable European singers and dancers, and a lot of people visiting and donating generously to the cancer cause. And it was interesting because me and the delegation that I was with, we uh, we went there, and it was a very human, inspiring thing for me. I obviously I know that these were people also, but we all have various stereotypes of other countries and other peoples and we feel that they are just not quite like us. And I know I'm not the only one that felt that way. But we entered this building, and it was almost an immediate thing where I could finally identify with these people as on a one-to-one basis, because we in the United States are struggling with cancer as well. And to go to this function and to see the pain and the anguish in the faces of well, to start off with, it started with a family that was putting on this benefit that organized the effort, but their son died. I think it was 19 years old or something like that, from cancer. But to stand there and witness the anguish and the pain in their eyes and um, in their spirit over this uh, over this cancer, it was very eye opening. It just brought things on a very personal level. And we entered the auditorium of this place to take our seats for the event. And I noticed that right in the center, in the front row, there was a uh, little boy in a wheelchair, and his parents were with him. And as soon as I saw him, I became increasingly bugged. I became antsy, and I just wasn't comfortable. We were led to halfway up and center, so we were had had good seats. And so I sat there for a while, and I was there for probably a good 10 minutes, and it just bugged the crap out of me. I had no preset ideas or functions on what I was supposed to do. I just knew that I had to do something. And so I stood up and I went over to our translator, and I asked this young lady, please come with me. And it, it was interesting because the people over there were constantly worried about our bowels. They wanted to make sure that we are comfortable and that they're being hospitable enough. And so the government leader was next to the uh, translator, and he didn't know why I was standing up. What's going on? He was like, uh, bathroom. You got to go. And I was like, no, no, no. But but me and the translator proceeded to the steps, and we went down. And I noticed that this government leader was watching. He was curious what it is I was doing, and I still didn't know. But me and the translator, we went down to the front, and we went to the little boy that was in front. This was just prior to the event starting, so I mean nothing was going on. People were still filling in the seats, but I and it's still kind of hazy, but I remember I knelt down in front of the boy. I shook his hand and said, I am an American, and I offered the boy a lapel pin that I had. It was the American and Slavic flags crossed, and I put that on his lapel. He had a little suit on, but the parents, because before I gave the thing to, I said, I am an American, and I told the parents, I said I would like to give your son a gift from America. And the translator, told them what I had said, and they were curious. They really didn't know what, this was foreign to them, and so they shook their head yes. And so that was when I took my lapel pin and pinned it on the boy's lapel on his suit, and the look on that boy's face was absolutely priceless. It made it really real to me, the experience, knowing that this boy who was very ill, very sick, and he was being afforded sort of like a make-a-wish type of thing, and he's been brought to this event to enjoy the singing and all that stuff that was going on. It had a profound effect on me. It taught me a lot about compassion, but beyond that, what I had learned was the absolute need to act when you are truly compelled to act. I had no idea who this boy was. I had no idea what I was doing. I was in a foreign land. But when the Spirit kicks your butt and says, get your butt up and get down there, we as a people need to start exercising a little bit of faith in the promptings that we get, because you never know what kind of an effect that you can have on another person. I put myself behind all of the people, but because I listened at that moment in a foreign land to stop, listen, and be humbled enough to receive the message that I was supposed to get, I was able to brighten that boy's day. I don't know if it was the highlight of his evening with all the stars up there, but at least up till that point, when he looked down and saw that lapel pin, I can tell that he was deeply, deeply touched, because he probably never met an American before. And he was deeply touched that somebody showed some interest in him and his condition and showed some love. If we stop expanding, if we stop having charity, if we stop trying to understand our neighbors near and far, we will fall as a people. We can whine and complain over the internet all we want. We can put our little posts up. This person's bad, that person's bad, this, do this, do that, Jesus this, Jesus that, these little stupid memes. But if we lose all hope in sitting down and taking that personal effort to reach your hand across the table and to understand that person, to take the opportunity and take the dare to love that person, once we forsake that compulsion, that duty and responsibility, we have at that point thus forsaken our humanity. I often reflect back to that instance in Slovakia. And I often wonder, where would I be as a person had I not listened, had I not taken that time to have even a minimal effect on that boy. And I shudder to think of where I would be. So I don't get very many views on my videos, and that's fine. I do it more for posterity reasons anyhow. But always strive to be a compassionate people and an understanding people.